الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله ما بعد. باب فضل الزهد في الدنيا والحث على التقليل منها وفضل الفقر. Chapter of Zuhd in the Dunya, not being interested in the life of this dunya, and the encouragement to lessen the interest in it, and the virtues of those people who find themselves poor within the life of this dunya. Taken from Riyadh, as-Saaleheen of Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah. He begins this chapter by mentioning a number of ayat, and we'll go through these ayat. But Shaykh Muhammad bin Salih al-Uthaymeen, in his explanation, he asks the question, the dunya. Why is the dunya called the dunya? وَسُمِّيَتْ dunya لِسَبَبَيْن. The dunya is called the dunya for two reasons. Number one, أَنَّهَا أَدْنَى مِنَ الْآخِرَةِ لِأَنَّهَا قَبْلَهَا. It is called the dunya because it comes before the akhirah. So there is a chronological order to it. Second reason why the dunya is called the dunya, أنها دنيئة ليست بشيء. It is not worth it. It is lowly, and it is nothing compared to the akhirah. The author, rahimahullah, Imam al-Nawawi, like we have said, mentions a number of ayat. From them is the ayah in Surah Yunus, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives an example of the life of this dunya. إِنَّ مَثَلَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا كَمَاءٍ أَنزَلْنَا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ فَاخْتَلَطَ بِهِ نَبَاتُ الْأَرْضِ. The example of the life of this dunya is like when it rains and it mixes with the earth, and then people and animals eat from its vegetation. And it looks nice. وَزَيَّنَتْ وَظَنَّ أَهْلُهَا أَنَّهُمْ قَادِرُونَ عَلَيْهَا. And the people that are living on the life of this dunya, they think that they've got control over it. They think that they own it. أَتَاهَا أَمْرُنَا لَيْلًا أَوْ نَهَارًا فَجَعَلْنَاهَا حَسِيدًا كَأَن لَّمْ تَغْنَ بِالْأَمْسِ. Then our command comes, and as if it didn't exist yesterday. The life of this dunya, as Shaykh Muhammad is saying here, is passing. كَأَن لَّمْ تَكُنْ. As if it never existed in the first place. And this is the reality of the life of this dunya. People live within it, and some of them are happy. They are taken by its nice things, its houses, its spouses, its cars. But then when they are moved on with nothing. And when they have left the life of this dunya, it is as if they didn't live it in the first place. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives an example in the life of this dunya also in Surah Al-Kahf. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَاضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا كَمَاءٍ أَنزَلْنَا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ فَاخْتَلَطَ بِهِ نَبَاتُ الْأَرْضِ فَأَحْشِيمًا تَذْرُوهُ الرِّيَاحُ. Just like we have in the previous ayah, vegetation is grown, but what happens to that vegetation? It shrivels, and it is taken away by the wind, as if it didn't exist in the first place. Then the author, in encouragement for us not to have a connection to the life of this dunya, brings another ayah. This is from Surah Al-Hadid. اعلموا, have knowledge and be certain, أنما الحياة الدنيا, that the life of this dunya. And the Shaykh now says, Shaykh Muhammad, Allah in this ayah gives 5 characteristics to the life of this dunya. اعلموا أنما الحياة الدنيا لعب, it's just play, amusement. وله, idleness, nonsense. وزينة, it looks beautiful, but the reality of it is covering up something which is beyond what is that zina. وتفاخر بينكم, it's a competition with one another as to who can boast the most. وتكاثر في الأموال والأولاد, and a competition as to who has the most wealth and who has the most children. But then the ayah ends where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ عَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ وَمَغْفِرَةٌ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَرِضْوَانٌ. But the hereafter is the true life. In that, people are going to be split. Either a painful punishment or an expiation and forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His pleasure. And then Allah ends this ayah by saying, وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا مَتَاعُ الْغُرُورِ. The life of this dunya is nothing except for a deception. These are some of the ayat that Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah brings in talking about the encouragement of us not having an interest in the life of this dunya and seeking the akhirah. So Shaykh Muhammad says, فَأَيِّهُمَا تُرِيد? Which one of the two do you want? The dunya or the akhirah? تُرِيد الْآخِرَةِ فِيهَا عَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ لِمَنْ أَثَّرَ الدُّنْيَا عَلَى الْآخِرَةِ. For those people who are convinced by the life of this dunya and taken back by its deception, for them in the akhirah is only adhabun shadid, painful punishment. But for those people who lived in the life of this dunya not having interest in it, وَفِيهَا مَغْفِرَةٌ وَرِضْوَانٌ, for them they have an expiation, forgiveness and the pleasure of Allah. لِمَنْ آثَرَ الْآخِرَةَ الدُّنْيَا, for those people who chose the life of the akhirah over the dunya. وَالْآقِلِ, the intellect, the intellectual person, the person who's got intellect. إِذَا قَرَأَ الْقُرْآنَ وَتَبَصَّرَ, the more he reads the Qur'an and he reads these examples that Imam al-Nawawi has brought, and he has insight, عَرَفَ قِيمَةَ الدُّنْيَا وَأَنَّهَا لَيْسَتْ بِشَيْءٍ, he will then realize the true reality and the lack of value to the life of this dunya, and that it really doesn't mean anything. وَأَنَّهَا مَزْرَعَةٌ لِلْآخِرَةِ, and the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put us here is so that we can harvest for the akhirah. So look, Shaykh Muhammad is saying here, look what you have harvested for yourself in your akhirah. If you have harvested a great deal of good, then have good news and glad tidings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be pleased with you. But if it's the opposite, then this person has lost not only the akhirah, but he has lost the life of this dunya also. That which he feels that he is clinging on to, but in reality, it's nothing. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his tawfiq and success. Allahu a'lam. Sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad.